think 2 days they are here,
Yes.
and some Somalis they have the same problems.
Yes.
But believe me, there is many problems now. For all these people, they have many problems. They are people. There is a human
Yes.
rights.
So your name was, sorry, what was your first name?
Haider.
Haider. Yes, so in Finland, what is new as compared to previous years is the volume, because we are used to having 3,000 or 4,000, and then very established centers, as you know, just a handful, 20 centers. So now we have so many, and at the same time, during the last 2 years, the law has the law has changed more than ever. In these 20 years I have worked in this field, there have been so many changes. First, in summer 2015, before there was this temporary permit.
Yeah.
So that in summer of 2015, the law changed. This temporary permit, it was Article 51, was removed, and at the same time there is now this that the reception center director says now services are finished. That was not so before. Then there was this humanitarian protection. You are very well aware that before that was very wide category. That was removed. So I think since many of you came to Finland, the law has changed a lot. And then also now when the law changes, so it's applied immediately to those who have been waiting. I think as a lawyer it would be fair that the law, when it changed, it only concerns those who apply after that, who leave application after. So I think it's very kind of harsh that the law is applied in that sense retroactively. So now we are and then also the system, like I think legal aid, what is the standard of legal aid? Of course, when there's a lot of pressure, so there may be question of standard. And of course in our office we used to have 75 caseworkers. Last year we had more than 500 caseworkers, and there was a lot of pressure to decisions passed. So I'm sure even we have tried our best. So I'm sure that some of our decisions were not correct. And then now the appeal courts. There are now 4 courts dealing with appeals, more than 10,000 appeals. So I think it's very difficult, but I have to say that you have to be now patient. There's no immediate solution to all problems, but we are working on that. The courts are working on that. We are trying to help the situation, but there's no immediate fast solution.
But believe me, it's not just like we don't need immediately solution. But believe me, there is some people trying to kill themselves because of that.
Yes.
Yesterday I have a person who was here, he was trying to do something for himself if no one came and answered his question. Do you know how many families, the father got asylum and his son, just 19 years old, he got a negative, and they say, he have a son and daughter, and they say for them, you can return back to Baghdad, and they are from Kirkuk city, and the father and the mother, and they have another 3 kids, they got asylum here. And there is many cases I have the decisions and all the proof for that. The sister got asylum with the same case, the brother got negative.
But did he appeal, the brother? He has to appeal.
Of course they appealed, but the problem, the appeal took many months. Like me, I am a case in front of your eyes now. I appealed for 14 months. I got negative decision in 21 December 2015, and just before 2 weeks the administration court decided to return my case to the Migri. Do you imagine that? 13 months to decide, hey, we will return your case now to Migri again. Is that possible?
Yes.
I don't know. They took 13 months just to read the case and decided to return it.
But you see, we got 2015, we got 10 more times applicants. Then we had to hire totally new staff. But I tell that in Sweden, we have decided nearly all cases from 2015 by now. Sweden, they need nearly the whole year, at least before September. They have not cleared that, so it's even bigger backlog. That's why we can't make wonders.
I know it's not possible, and it's hard for the employer there in the Migri or in the administration court. But the problem, the answers, the decisions, it came with the negative again. Like what you said about the Sweden, the last update for Iraq, it was in November, for the Sweden. They say directly there's many places in Iraq it's not safe. But the Migri here in Finland, they didn't follow.
Yeah, we do follow. We have the very same as in Sweden. That's what we follow. Our practice is equal.
But not same. It's not similar. Believe it's not same.
What is the difference? I'm very interested to hear that.
May I say? Can I interrupt?
Yeah.
My name is Barbro Björkfeldt. I write for Svenska Yle, our website. I just would like to say that when I saw some statistics in the fall, it was that Finland gives asylum to 14% of the Iraqis and Germany over 80%.
But it's with Sweden that we...
Sweden also needs to higher percentage.
Yeah, but it doesn't, the rate doesn't there always, because they are not just exactly identical applications. But we have like the criteria or the practice is as close as it can be. But they may be different applicants.
Do you think that there are more severe cases coming to Sweden than to Finland?
Well, of course that can be presumed.
Well, can I... One more and then I give it back to you.
Okay.
So you are ensuring that everybody who really deserves asylum gets it, but I think that from the stories I've heard also in this group, we have people who have received gunshots in their body and their family have been killed and they have received personal threats themselves. So how come so many cases? How come, I mean, this group, We See You and Right to Live, they gather these decisions from Migri, and they have many cases like that. I mean, on this level of severity, how can you explain that these people don't deserve asylum?
Because we have to also see we assess the threat upon return. So that doesn't. It's not always the same what has happened in years ago. Because of course in Iraq the situation in 2000 and like 10 years ago or so, it was much worse than it is now. But I can't, of course, it doesn't. I would love to comment on each and individual case, but I'm not because of my position as a human rights lawyer, which I'm very, very. I have a lot of knowledge of human rights. So this, it's not up to me to comment on individual cases because it's the courts. We have this system, and when it's returned to us, so we try to do better work than we did on the first round. That I can assure. That if there's a mistake that has taken place, so we don't want to repeat that mistake, for sure.
When the law, you said the law changed, but when they abolished the humanitarian permit, then you decided that you won't take any cases before the law changes.
Well, but you know, I think I have commented on when that was published, so that's not
that. You can comment on these people because there can be a lot of people who
but you know, I didn't come here to discuss on that particular point. I came here to meet these people, and these are the issues we are now discussing, their situation at the moment. So I think it's a little bit unfair.
To say.
This is
so,
Afghani person.
I'm Afghan, and we gathered together, and actually I appreciate this gathering that we are here. So we have some demands from Finnish immigration services.
So
and also
you have some...
I'm Sadiq from Afghanistan.
Yes.
And we have some demands.
Demons.
Yes. That it means that we have some question from you.
Okay.
Demands. Yeah. So we are here to say that stop the forced deportation to unsafe countries. Iraq is unsafe, it is clear. Afghanistan is not safe country. So do you know that Red Cross has stopped working in Afghanistan?
Yeah, I know what just
because
happened
there is not safe. If it is safe, so why they stop their working? Consular protection for European citizens abroad has warned that avoid traveling to Afghanistan for European citizens because there is not safe and there is a high risk of death.
But
So-
even UNHCR, according to UNHCR guidelines, so some returns can be carried out. They have not recommended totally against
So-
returns to Afghanistan. Even UNHCR.
The most answer from the migrant is that if you cannot live in one place, then you can go and live in another
That's internal-
province. So yeah, internal
flight
migration. It is not a solution. It is not an option. Do you know that when a home is getting fired, then it is impossible to live in any corner. So Afghanistan is like a home. If one place, so I know that most provinces are under control of Taliban and ISIS. The government is so corrupted. It's seventh in the list of Transparency International Afghanistan. So I know the deal between Afghanistan and European Union and Finland that you can return my people back to Afghanistan. What the Afghanistan government want? They want money. They prefer money than their people.
Yeah, but you know that at least when it comes to implementation and returns, so it's the police who returns.
So yeah, we want to stop this forced
Yeah, I understand your point,
deportation.
of course.
If Afghanistan was safe, nobody would stay here for one
It's a
day.
very complex situation in Afghanistan. That I quite.
And it is totally crazy that small children, 2 years old, from Iraq, Afghanistan, they have been kicked out from reception centers.